is going on, everybody, and welcome back into Valley Studios. Now, if you're into pirates and Halloween animatronics, now this is the video for you. Let's get into it. Alright, you guys, as promised, this is the Home Accent Holiday 9.5 foot tall dead-water, giant-sized animated LED pirate ship. Super excited. Now, the builder here is Jen and Ed from Haunt House, and this is the 2025 season, so pretty excited here. Now, this is the newest animatronic that they had added to the Haunted House of this season. Now, we're going to let them time-lapse as well as a little bit of real-time build this project out here, and the entire project took probably about maybe 30 to 35 minutes to build out, simply because it was the first time assembling. Now, this is a really cool animatronic, guys, if you're looking for that new pirate thing for your haunted house. It comes apart in a large box here, and it is pretty easy to assemble. The actual hull of the boat is in 3 individual segmented parts, and basically they have like key locking systems that allow the outside edges of the hull to attach together. They also have a latch system, which we'll see in just a few moments as they get into the time-lapse building of this project here. Now, here are those latches. It has around 2 or 3 latches per segment here, and they are actually really handy, and I like this overall design. Makes it easy to assemble. Now, the first 7 pages of the owner's manual here and the instructions will be you building the ship's hull, the figurehead, as well as the bow spirit assembly. So just be aware that those are the first 7 pages of the instructions here. It does come with some support bars here, as well as what's labeled as a ground bar. And when you look in the instructions, these are labeled your K pieces here. So you have K1 through K5 as support bars. That is also what's going to hold the mast as well as the steering wheel and pirate in position once you have it set up properly. As you can see there, it's just giving a nice hollow area for the pirate to sit down into. Of course, you could add more decor in there if you'd like to. Here we are adding the front portions of the bow there, and it has the same latch system. So going ahead and put the other side of the bow on. And then you can see we do have some pipe bolt holes at the very front portion of the bow there. It has a little bit of hardware in the packaging, as well as some stakes and things like that. And we'll speak more of those in a minute. It does come with a plastic screws, as well as a little plastic in instruction or in kit screwdriver as designed for those. What you'll do is you'll go ahead and put the screws into position. Leave the top one out as a warning. You're going to be using that to incorporate the mermaid or skull, depending on the version that you have. Now, here we ran into some problems here. Now, because these are kind of like casted plastic pieces, there was a little bit of a kind of like a bulge at the bottom section of the tail and body torso of the mermaid, and it caused the flange that has like a push and twist latching system to not fully seat properly. And Ed struggled with this for quite a bit before we were able to get it even to remotely hold on. And to do so, he actually had to unscrew some of those screws on this little ring flange on the bottom of the torso of the mermaid. And in the long run, he was able to get it barely to attach and hold on enough for us to get it on to the actual bow of the pirate ship here. But just be aware, you may have to just check your kit here, see how well this is designed and how well it's casted out of the plastic to attach to one another. I think they said they may end up using some glue or maybe some black duct tape to attach these 2 pieces together. I'm sure Ed will be tinkering with it later just to see if he can get it to give a little bit of a better fit there. Just so that it can make assembly in the future a little bit easier. So now at this point in the build, Jen's going to go ahead and add the bow sprite. Now the bow sprite basically is it counteracts the force of the forestays, and it's used for generally anchoring down the sails that extend beyond the vessel's bow, and increases the size of the sails. Now, as we jump into page number 8 of your instructions here, you can see that Ed is adding the helm. Now, that is also a power assembly that's going to power the helm steering wheel, right? We also have the skeleton captain already in position, and he has little elastic bands that hold his hands onto the steering wheel spokes. We also see that they are going to begin working on the mast, which comes in multiple sections here, which is very easy for assembly. It also has a main stake at the very bottom, which we'll show in just a second, which will kind of stake that into position so it's not putting so much pressure on those lower support bars. Now, at this stage in the game and in the instructions, we're working from page number 11 all the way to the very end, which is number 14. Now, at this point, Ed and Jen are just looking at the instructions, trying to decide how this attaches together in what order. So, as you can see, these have a slide in and twisting feature, which locks the pieces of the mast together. The very top portion of the mast has a nautical flag, that's a red nautical flag, and then the actual sail, which Jennifer is unraveling there, has the actual pirate symbol on it. Of course, it's got the crossbones with the cross swords. Pretty cool, right? Now, of course, this is attached after the fact, so if you wanted to leave the mast up during like heavy rain or wind, you could just disassemble the actual main sail itself. Now, this is actually called a main sail yard, and it's actually called yard holders onto the mast top. So if you want to use technical wordage there, this is the actual stake that goes into these two pilot kind of pipe holes on the main back support, and it's going to keep that upright. Now, again, during heavy rain, you'd more than likely want to remove the sail from the mast. That way it doesn't get torn or destroyed. Now, Jennifer is also spraying some Scotch Guard onto that just to help with a little bit of rain repellent, as well as to help it in high kind of sunlight. It helps it reduce fading. Once you get everything situated before you attach your mast, go ahead and move it into the position that you would like. We 3 people carried this over to the designated area, which is going to be the kind of nautical themed area of the haunted house of 2025. Super excited there. And of course, we were just at this point watching Ed kind of painstakingly push that stake into the ground. Now, that is a plastic tip barbed stake. It's probably about 3, maybe 4 inches in depth there. And it's really just to keep it kind of from moving back and forth. And of course, they also connected the rope ladders on both sides to the interior bow D-rings that are designed for those 2 beam clips on each side. Jennifer also realized at this point that the actual sail is on backwards. So I do go ahead and assist her with disconnecting these D-rings, flipping this around just by rotating the mast. That way the pirate symbol is on the forward-facing side of the mast. Then we go ahead and reconnect those D-rings while Ed is using the 2 nylon tie-down straps that hold the mast vertical just in case it has a little bit of excess wind. Now, just as a reminder, this bad boy does require 3 AA batteries as well as an AC adapter, so you make sure you run an extension cord out there to the designated location. Now, how awesome did this nautical-themed sunken pirate ship turn out to be? Now, Jen and Ed did an amazing job in time-lapse putting this bad boy together, and of course we've already got it in their front yard ready for the rest of the nautical theme for the Haunted House of 2025. I know they enjoyed putting it together, and I hope you guys enjoyed the time-lapse build of us assembling it. As always, guys, make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We do amazing artwork here as well as fun Halloween props. More to come in the near future. However, if you would like to see the walkthrough of previous seasons, make sure you check out the playlist here for all of your haunting needs. Now, I am going to also try to get the rest of the nautical build of the haunted house on camera if we are able to, and you'll be able to find that in succession after this video. You can also find it in the playlist here or the video posted here of the rest of the haunted house walkthrough for 2025. You can also check out the rest of the previous season walkthroughs to see how the overall haunted house has evolved over the years, which is pretty cool. As of today, we have around 2 or 3 seasons listed there, and every year we try to make that video better and better. So make sure you check out the rest of the content under the haunting playlist here on my YouTube channel. I will catch you guys on the next awesome video. Until then, me mateys. Later.